What the hell am I doing podcast? I don't know what I'm doing. That's the name of it. Today, we're doing something that's been catching a lot of attention. When me and my girl is out, people want to stop and talk to her about this because she done came out and told everybody that she gay.
I came out the closet.
She coming out the closet?
I'm not gay. That's not the proper term. I'm bisexual.
We're going to get into everything. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff to the channel because I'm going to start putting more content up. I've been slacking a little bit, but we back. We got Shanita here.
Hey, you guys.
Shanita is a pro.
A little bit. A lot of it.
Say that, a pro.
You don't have your bio ready.
It did. She been doing this for a long time. How long you been doing this?
Almost 4 years.
Almost.
That ain't even
Oh,
that
okay.
long.
She ain't too much.
She
of a
just
pro.
know everything.
She just know everything. She do a lot
Very
of
well versed
homework
in the
and
topic.
research. You know what I'm saying? But she's been in this poly lifestyle longer than us. So,
Well, technically, I only knew it was polyamory 4 years ago. I had 2 boyfriends back in college, though. And they knew about each other. I just didn't know the name.
Okay.
So she been on her Nola darling thing for quite some time now. And then we got my girl, Shaun Janee.
Hey, girls, guys, hey.
See, they can't hear that on live when you do it like that.
Hey, girls, hey, guys, hey. They said they can hear me.
Okay. All right, cool.
I'm trying not to talk loud. My voice
Hey, we
is
gonna dive
annoying.
right in because that's just how we do.
That's what
You know
he
what I'm
said.
saying? It's unscripted. We just gonna dive right in. So, Shanita,
Yes.
4 years. You said how long ago was it when these 2 guys they knew about each other?
I was 18, 19. It was about 2003, 2004.
So you been
Will
doing
and
this?
JJ.
Will,
Their name.
shout out to Will and JJ.
The beginning.
That's when I found out how
Trifecta.
Georgia and Florida got down, baby.
Okay. So
Southern boys. Hey.
they knew about each other.
Absolutely.
Did y'all have fun together, all 3 of y'all?
No. They didn't subscribe to that channel.
Okay, so what dynamic is that?
I've pretty much have always been solo poly because that's technically what I am now. Solo polyamory, just basically a person doesn't have a primary partner. It's not traditional like a triad where it's 3 people or quad, which is 4 people, tribe, so forth. My connections are individual. I don't want to nest and I don't want to share finances, but I will help you out. So they're separate. They can talk if they want to. They don't have to talk, you know. It just depends on, you know, what they want to do, basically. So it's the autonomy of it, the freedom, you know, the freedom to govern yourself. I don't like having to make a group decision, you know, because not everyone is alike.
Right. So that's what you chose. You just chose solo. You just wanted to do the solo. You always wanted to stay. Is that still saying staying single?
Nope. You have poly single, you have solo poly, polyam. Those are 2 totally different things. You know, just like a person who is monogamous, you know, they still monogamous but can be single. Solo poly, I have relationships. They're loving, committed relationships. Those are my boos. Those are my babes. You know what I'm saying? I just got them in different area codes.
How
many?
How many have you had at once?
So right now, I have a stable 3 partners, all males. And I have about 3 comments, maybe 4 potentials. I'm not polysaturated yet.
Wow.
Polysaturated, like I can no longer extend myself. I'm going to ride the wheels until I can't no more.
I can dig it. So, what are you trying to get at? Like you don't want none of them ever to live with you, ever.
No. So I have partners that want me to nest, but I'm thinking about it. But You know, I don't really subscribe
So
to
it's
that.
not out the window.
It's not out the window for the right partner. So I have one particular partner. He's pushing for it, and he talks a good game. He does. I ain't even gonna front. He be spinning my ass in circles. Like, boy, you better stop. But no, most of my partners they have other partners. You know, so
And that's cool.
that's cool. I don't subscribe to polyandry. I don't
That's-
need to be the focus because you're not going to be my entire focus. Now, when I'm with you, I'm with you. When I'm not with you, you're not my primary focus. If that makes sense. Do I need to look in the camera? Can I look?
No, it's you good. You good.
Yeah.
No, you good. You good. So, I've always known this was a lifestyle that I wanted. When me and Shaun first got together, like she told me straight out the gate, she said, "I know you're a hoe, pretty
Ooh.
much."
You's a hoe.
She said,
You
"I know
know you a hoe.
Hey.
She said, "I know you're a hoe," basically because of who I hung around. That's what she went
No,
off.
Well,
no,
birds
no.
of a feather, right? Flock together.
No,
You
that
are
wasn't the
who you
case.
hang
So,
with,
so what
right?
happened?
I knew you. Because we didn't start out the gate trying to be together in a committed relationship. We had transparency. So from the gate,
No,
you
before
said,
before that, I'm talking about when. So Shaun hopped in my
Oh
DMs,
my
y'all.
God.
Shaun hopped in my DMs.
You did the funny hop into the DM?
Hey, yeah.
I slid on in
Oh, you
here.
slid like a baseball player. That's what I'm talking
And-
about.
And she did it slick.
Yeah,
you know what
nah.
I'm saying? But before me and her really like got there, she told me that I was a hoe.
I-
And
I
she
can
ain't
see
even
it.
know. She didn't know.
I see the aura.
Listen, we were transparent. He told me what he had going on. I told him what I had going on. We were both single, and we were not looking for. He was not looking for a committed relationship. So he was a hoe. He was okay with that. He didn't deny being a hoe. Like that's just what he
And
was.
we're gonna answer these questions that's on live. As soon as we get done talking, we not gonna talk long because I know y'all probably got a lot of questions.
Y'all better have
Lock
a lot of
and
questions.
loaded.
And
I got answers.
my
We got
podcast
answers.
is really ghetto. So y'all gonna see me get up. I'm gonna turn the camera off, turn it back on, and all that good stuff.
It's
because-
just a little urban.
It's-
That's all.
but that's what make it authentic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like stuff like that. I like to see the real.
So we having intermissions?
Listen,
Hey.
did you order some chicken?
Hey, we didn't do all that.
I'm
Come as you are. Get bottled water.
boy, I tell you,
And-
BYOB.
I might have
Sweat.
I might have some pretzels in there on the shelf.
Some Gardetto.
Yeah.
Whatever
Sweat like a
inclines
Hebrew
the
slave
way.
up in this bitch. I thought I was in the other world country. You know what I'm saying?
So check this out. I've always told Shaun what I wanted. I always told her that I couldn't just have one woman. I was always upfront with her. She told me out the gate, I ain't doing that. But she wasn't closed off to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she always, her favorite thing is pretty much make it make sense to me. I tried, but the way I was trying to do it wasn't working. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't explaining stuff right.
He told me to watch that show, Sister Wives, which is
Ooh.
what I think a lot of y'all watch, which is
Yeah.
why y'all come at us with so
No.
many of these myths and preconceived notions that are inaccurate. And it was
Facts.
trash. Sister Wives is not the epitome of polyamory or
Poly
anything.
Actually,
Polygamy,
actually,
polygyny, whatever.
that ain't even the show. It was a show.
No, that's
on-
what it's called.
Is that what it's called?
Yes, with the
So-
white guy who has multiple wives and they're like in a apartment complex.
Not in a
He
apartment
he
complex.
wakes up every morning and goes to each unit
Oh,
and
so
says
they all
hi and
have a
kisses.
house.
the-
So
But
he
they're
couldn't
right
have a
next to the
house?
door.
No, this
Apartments?
no. It's like a big unit and they're split up.
Yeah, they built this.
The wives hate
so,
each other.
A compound.
Exactly, something like that. The wives hate each other. They were fighting.
Competition.
They were not even in the same household. And I'm just like, if you trying to sell me on something, you need to sell me on something
They wasn't in
legitimate.
the same
Facts.
household, but they were like next door.
But they hated each other. The wives hated each other. And they fought.
Two of them did.
Does
two
it
of 'em
matter?
did.
But you're trying to convince
They
me
had-
that this is the lifestyle
No,
we
I
should
So
just
did he
wanted
live.
to
try
watch
to
that.
fix it? Did he set him
No,
down?
Then he sent me another video of
I just wanted her to watch that.
a
That
very
wasn't-
urban young black woman who had the right concept of economy and village, but her delivery was trash, and I couldn't see past it. So he was trying to preach this to me. He really, honestly, y'all, didn't even know nothing about it. I've been teaching him because once I dive into it, I want to research. I want to ask Shanita questions. I want to Google. You know what I mean? But
Google is your friend.
nothing. He didn't know nothing. He was just like, I want more than one girl. Like, bye. And at one point, I did exactly that. I said, listen, I don't think I can get with this poly thing. You know, if you want to have some fun, holla at me. But a whole lifestyle where somebody lives under our roof and helps raise our kids, that's ludicrous. I'm not doing that. And since you want that and I don't, let's part ways.
But look where we at now.
4 years later.
It took 4 years, y'all. It took 4.
Let's silence our phones, guys.
That's what we do.
The audacity is on sale. The audacity.
But it took 4 years, y'all. It took a while. I stopped talking about it for a long time and everything.
Because I said, shut up talking about it unless
Honestly,
you going to go
even,
do it.
I don't even know how we got back to it.
Because step one, Abe is a very honest, open, transparent individual. You know what I mean? So he said this from the beginning. So then when he saw someone that he thought was attractive, he told me. There wasn't thoughts of jealousy or insecurity because we had the background that I've already known that he's had these feelings. So it wasn't a surprise. So I'm like, oh, okay, she kind of cute. Let's see what she's talking about. And that was actually started off to be something else and ended up being something else. But it presented an opportunity where we had the chance to see if it would work for us. And surprisingly, the thoughts that a lot of women normally have when they see their man with someone else or sharing their man, sharing them, yeah, that's your favorite thing. I can't do that. I don't want to share.
behind closed doors, knowing that he messing with
sharing,
Keisha 2 blocks down.
I don't share.
Right.
So I had, what is it?
Compersion.
Compersion. Basically, it's a feeling of adoration, a feeling of I'm seeing him happy with somebody else, and it makes me feel this way. And I didn't get the normal, oh my, what is that? What's she doing? Why is she with him? What? Scoot back. You too close. You can't talk to her. So that's when I knew I was actually ready for something outside of playing. Mm-hmm. That's something that was actually legitimate, because I didn't house any of those feelings I always thought I would automatically have, because it's the man I love. None of them came.
So, Shanita.
Yes. What up?
What is the right way a man should come about? How should a man come to you about, you know what I'm saying, this is what I want? Yeah, we can just say this, you know what I'm saying? But like, for me, I couldn't just bring somebody. I always told Shaun that she would have to find the person.
And I always, I'm fake gay. I don't know how to go find nobody.
She thought she was fake gay.
And so I told him to do it, and we just went back and forth, and it never happened.
Well, be honest. That's the first step. You know, just say, hey, I'm not monogamous. That's where people mess up. They don't want to be honest because they scare the word no. Well, for every no, you're going to get 6 yeses. You know what I'm saying? If you give people the choice to decide to be a part of the shenanigans, they're down because they see how honest you are. Now, trying to go find additional partners, it depends on what you're trying to do in your polyamorous journey or polygynous journey or polyandry. Polyandry, ladies, is for you. It's a woman with multiple husbands.
It does exist.
It does exist.
That's another misconception.
Yes,
it's only men with a bunch of women.
And that's
it.
A question like that somebody had. Like,
yeah.
Could you break down in the different?
Yeah, I will.
Different dynamics.
Absolutely. So you just have to see what you're trying to subscribe to in your journey. I tell people you ask, yourself, what does polyamory look for me? What made polyamory look for my partner? can I handle if my partner wants to have a male partner or woman partner, you know, or a person, because you know the LGBTQIA, you know, is there in full effect. Yeah, the alphabet crew. um, so, or you also ask yourself, you know, how jealous are you? Now, people have some misconceptions on jealousy. Jealousy is a normal emotion, just like happiness, anger, sadness. It's not the feeling that you're feeling, but how you respond. You know, you ask yourself, what if I see my partner flirting with the bartender or um, hugged up on someone? Would I be able to handle that? You know, you have to ask yourself, you know, some real questions, you know, before you begin your journey. So, yeah. And then you have to think about it. You've been monogamous the entire time. You're trying to get someone to join, you know, in a newfound relationship, you know, and you have to make them feel comfortable. There's different personalities, you know, and dating ain't easy. People think that dating is
Single.
easy. You know what I'm saying? When you get poly, because you're transparent, you still have fuck boys, fuck girls, dishonesty. People still cheat, even when you say, hey, yeah,
I'm with the shit.
right. So you know, you just have to figure out where you trying to go, or if you have a partner, where you're trying to go, or if you're single and you're trying to find someone, you know, you have to see if you align. And don't worry so much about your dynamic, because you're going to miss out on some dope ass individuals,
Right.
because you're want this clothes triad. I used to do clothes. And then one day I did open and I was like, oh my, I can never go closed again.
And what's a close triad?
A closed, so you have open and closed. So you can have a closed triad, a closed quad, a closed tribe. So basically, whoever is in your dynamic, that's who you with. That's what we call polyfidelity. You are faithful to the people in your relationship. You don't have any outside interactions. Now, when you're open, that means you can have outside interactions. Now, does that mean that some people go out and fuck any and everybody? They can if their partners are okay with it. You have some people that just want the possibilities of connecting with more and more people, like I do. So even though I am solo poly, I still have conversations with my partner. Oh, I'm talking to this person, seems really cool, or she seems really cool. See where it goes. They know how many partners I have, who's my stronghold, and who's my comments and stuff like that. I'm very honest, and I'm into BDSM, so I have outside stuff.
Topic.
A whole nother thing brought to you
Hey,
next time.
guys,
Separate podcast.
Poly is not swinging.
No, it's not. You can be poly and swing, but you can't be a swinger and be poly. Nor is open relationship
And
poly
swinging is
either.
not BDSM either.
It is not.
So there are three different lifestyles,
Yep.
love styles, like styles,
Yep.
that everybody kind of gets confused. And the most major misconception, just got a text about this today, shout out to you. So you fuck multiple men or you fuck multiple women? It's not about fucking either.
It's not.
It's not all about fucking. It's about building. I'm gonna ask Mr. What the hell am I doing? Why did he even know that he wasn't monogamous and wanted this lifestyle anyway?
So I was raised that if you ain't married, you single. That's how my mom raised me.
Shout out to my mama.
My pops wasn't like that, but you know what I'm saying, he was a Rolling Stone. He did his thing. But my mom always told me and my cousins, my male cousins, that pretty much if you ain't married, you single. And your girlfriend, y'all just friends, shacking up, doing whatever y'all doing. Always keep a spare tire.
Oh yeah, we
Pretty
just
much.
shaking up. Is that what we doing?
So, hey, talk to moms.
I will talk to you.
So
Mama.
I always keep a spare tire. So I kind of lived like that, and I always told them that. I always got bored with one person. People always be like, well, switch it up, like switch it up with sex and all this.
I
and
was
that.
just trying to put it in your mouth.
Y'all silly.
Okay.
So what I used to tell people, what do you do when you done did everything in sex with that person? Like, what's next? When you done did all this, when you done role played,
possibilities
you
are
done did,
endless.
Extra shit left.
Right. Throw that ass in a triangle.
they endless. You know what I'm saying?
Perpendicular
But it's also different. Somebody else can teach you something totally different. You know what I'm saying? You got people that's basic as fuck.
That's fun.
And as much as you try to do something different with them, they not with it. You know what I'm saying? I had a motherfucker tell me, I was with a motherfucker. I had a person tell me no. I said, okay. What you won't do, somebody else will.
Absolutely.
If you let
That
me,
wasn't me, guys.
if you
I
let
don't
me-
say no.
If you let me leave the house
Hell,
with
I
these
don't
balls
believe they
full,
work.
they gonna come home empty. That's what I told them.
Listen, y'all, when we first decided to be in a relationship, I'm a very communicative person. So I'm like, what do you expect? Just empty my balls. That's all you want? It's your only
Hey,
expectation?
I am very easy to deal
Empty
with.
my balls.
All you gotta feed me is chicken tenders.
And Rotel and
You
cereal.
know what I'm saying? I
His favorite meals.
I'm not hard to deal with. You know what I'm saying? But I also was me personally, Shanita say she not really with it, but I always looked at the multiple streams of income on top of mine. You know what I'm saying? I always felt like that was something that was good. I always looked at other people being able to teach. You know what I'm
Help
saying?
guide.
We do that in solo poly. We will.
It's just not under the same
It's not
house.
right.
It's
It's
just
not
not
under
the
the
same-
same house.
Well, I wanted mine under the same roof.
So
You
what's
know.
what's your ideal dynamic?
What you subscribe
Me-
to?
I subscribe to close triad.
And what exactly is a close triad?
So me, Shaun, and another lady.
Plus one.
So
Plus-
so she did ask me, like, what if I wanted a dude?
because
How
that's
did that work
another
out?
major
So
misconception.
So what I did was, what I tell you, babe, I said I'll consider it. Because you let me do this, I'll consider it.
Y'all see that face?
Is that what I
So
said? or
when
not?
I told my
I'm
mama I was
thinking.
poly, the first thing she said was, "That's just selfish. You can't have more than one boyfriend, can you?" And I said, "Actually, mama, I can." And when I made a post a couple weeks ago on my page, a lot of women said that and they were joking, but they don't actually realize that there is a dynamic where one woman, Miss Nola Darling, can have as many men as she wants. But the major two factors of being poly is being able to communicate and be consistent. So if I already know and I've already told my partner that I want these things, it's not a surprise, first of all.
Absolutely.
And then whenever it happens, we're going to communicate about it so we're all on the same page. And when you actually have another person come in, then it goes from 2 to 3.
But we are also, in polyamory, we're also much more than a triad. So you can have your dynamic, what we call relationships, when you're subscribing to the non-monogamous umbrella or whatnot. You can make it look however which way that you want. You can be a quad, which is 4 people. It can be all men, all women, half men, half women. It can be 1 man, 3 women. It can be 1 woman, 3 men. It's what you subscribe to and what your consenting partners. You'll hear the word consenting a lot. Your consenting partners. That means they are okay with what is happening in your dynamic.
They are aware.
They
That's
are
something
aware.
that a lot of monogamous relationships don't have is
No.
awareness because, you're a woman and you're getting cheated on and your man is having multiple relationships and you're poly by default and have no idea. like Shanita said earlier, it doesn't mean that because you're poly that somebody doesn't lie and somebody doesn't cheat. But from the gates, if you're living this lifestyle, you're going to let people know I'm not monogamous and I choose to have X number of partners in this type of dynamic, and this is what I want. So there's no surprises essentially, because let's be honest, when you find out your man is cheating on you, you don't leave him.
That's a fact.
The first time, the second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, sixth time, seventh.
Not
And you
till
can
you
get
sick
to
and
how
tired of
many
being sick
times.
and tired of being sick and tired of being sick
and
and
then
tired.
you'll finally leave, but it really wasn't because he was cheating. It's just because you're tired of being tired.
Yeah.
So this is a lifestyle where people automatically judge us because we are open and we say, well, this is what we're doing. However, at the same time, everybody that is involved in our relationship is completely aware of what's
Absolutely.
happening and what's going
So
on.
pretty
Absolutely.
much you saying who you cheating with, bring them, just try bring
Oh,
them.
no.
Just tell them, listen,
But
fellas.
before you go to do that, ask your girl, like, hey, what if I wanted to do this? Would you
Right.
be down with it?
Right.
And if she's not, find someone who else
But you know what
is.
the issue with that is, Shanita, that we're finding out, because, man, since I done came out the closet for the both of us, because I couldn't just come out. I had to make sure it was okay with him that I came out, because if you know I'm coming out, you know he coming out. So a lot of the questions we get, it's just about, well, how does it happen, and what did you say? And it's just like, be open and be honest.
Absolutely.
And again, the fear is what drives a lot of people to hide what's happening. When in reality, if you just were honest from the get-go, 9 times out of 10, either they're going to be with it or they ain't. The worst thing they can say is no.
Take a drink or fuck it.
Take a drink or fuck it.
I mean, what's the worst they
What's
can
the
say?
worst that
No?
can happen?
Okay.
Listen, because we have a group of grown black and poly.
Hello.
Shameless plug. Y'all need to go follow if you guys are even the least
Instagram.
bit interested in this lifestyle.
Facebook.
You got questions?
TikTok.
Listen, it's thousands of people who live this
Everything.
lifestyle. It's just not something we as 80s babies grew up even knowing existed.
Because a lot of people think monogamy is the old love style. No. Polyam, polygyny,
Go way
polyandry, polygamy go way back. We're the old kids on the block. I mean, for even the people who are Christian that say it goes against their religion, you might want to check out
'Cause
Solomon,
the Bible say
David,
a little bit of something
Abraham.
different.
You know, you might want to read a little deeper into the good book.
His name is Abraham.
Right.
What a coincidence.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, if y'all really think Hagar was just a maid, you know, a lady's maid, no, she was the mistress of Abraham. So
Don't start preaching.
let's not go
We're
there.
not going to
Yeah.
preach.
No, I'm
We're
not gonna preach, but I'm
preach.
just gonna say,
So-
like, even Christianity is a place.
I be having this argument with people a lot, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh.
I let
Oh.
people think what they want, and you know, either they willing to listen or
Well-
go and research themselves. But most of them don't research
Because
No.
we are open to talk, guys. People, we've recently come out. People know what we're on now. And it's crazy because a lot of people are reaching out to me and they own the same stuff. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know that. Well, wow, I didn't know that you were like that, because it's not something that's as open
It's
as
a
maybe
well-kept
being
secret.
So yeah.
gay or bisexual. It's a completely separate dynamic. And
Y'all get the
people
worst
are
end of
coming
the
out.
stick.
So we do.
Yeah.
Y'all get the
So
worst end of the
technically
stick.
speaking, everybody thinks that because I have these men as my partners, they must be betas. They must be bisexual. They must, even though there's nothing wrong with having a bisexual man in your dynamic. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But it's a lot of misconceptions. Oh, they must be beta males. No, they're alphas and sigmas in their own right. But they are comfortable in their masculinity. They're comfortable in their leadership to let me just live the way I want to live. I done had men say, "Oh, you just want to train. Oh, you ain't met the right man." Boo boo, I've met several right men.
Which is why I want them all on my team.
Exactly. Hashtag Team Shanita.
Hashtag grown black poly.
Hey.
So
Hashtag
the first
GBP.
thing I get when people talk to me, actually dudes, they always be like, "Oh boy, you the GOAT. I need to be like you." And I say, bro, any man can do it. You just gotta say it. Say what you want. be 100 with her, and if she want it, then you can get it.
Because every woman is not prepared to live this lifestyle, and that's understandable. But I guess the main issue is you don't have to knock someone that is.
Exactly.
You don't have to. You don't have to be. You don't have to be a gay woman.
Nope.
To be in the poly
Sure
lifestyle.
not.
You don't have to be a gay man.
Nope.
To be in the lifestyle. You don't have to be bisexual.
Nope.
You can have your own
It's a
dynamic.
dynamic for everything.
It is so many
Heterosexual
dynamics.
women,
So many
you
flags.
are welcome in this lifestyle. I mean, there are women who are in dynamics with other women with one man, and they do not have any interaction other than a friendship. And you also don't have to be in this, this happy rainbows and sunshine type of situation, because it's not always that. It gets real, it gets raw, and I be ready to blow up the world sometimes when I'm talking to my partners and we're not agreeing and stuff like that. So it's not all, it's not one big ass happy family. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to do the work. You're going to have to be transparent and communicate
Consistently.
Consistently.
Communicate.
I got a
I
It is
mean,
imperative.
if you have an issue in your dynamic, you better bring it to the table.
ASAP. Don't bite your son.
Don't bite it.
So Amber says, she says, I'm kind of country.
She's
y'all.
he who super country.
What you like, Mississippi, Alabama?
Nah, Arkansas.
Oh,
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
All right, the Arkansas folk
Okay,
come
boy,
down.
just
Little
Amber say,
Rocks.
girl, what you say,
Little
Amber?
Rocks.
She say that, can it be that all parties are primary?
Yeah, absolutely. That's called egalitarian. So you want me to break down the
Break it
definition?
down.
You want me to break
Girl.
down? Because I'll break it down.
Break it down.
Okay,
Break it
well,
down.
first,
Break
let's
it
break
on
down
down.
what non-monogamy is. It's just the opposite of monogamy. That means you subscribe to loving more or being with, sexually, romantically, or platonically, emotionally, spiritually, all of that with more than one person. There are 7 different perspectives. And I need y'all to know that there is a difference. There's a difference between open relationship, monogamous, swinging, and all the polys. So you have open relationship. Open relationship deals with friends with benefits. It's a sexual thing that's significant others. It is not poly. So don't come to a polyam person and say, oh, you're in an open relationship. Hell no. Open relationship is all about sex. I am more than just sex to my partner than, a pussy or a dick, or a mouth
Most
for that
people
matter.
think that.
The way
Most
this
people
mic
Get
is
the
right
mic
here.
out of your mouth, Shanita. Y'all, she's struggling trying not to put this mic in her
I
mouth.
am, you know what I'm saying?
And we trying
I'm a
not to
throat
turn
goat.
this into a
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans
GBP
back
style.
pay
Back pay.
situation. But we will take donations because the first of the month is coming up. And we
Absolutely.
gonna need to pay some bills.
So then you have monogamish. Monogamish is that you're 85%, it's a couple that 85% of the time they are monogamous. But they deal in what we call the hall pass. That's where the hall pass term comes from.
ahead.
You know,
Go ahead, boy.
what you do on a girl's trip, on a guy's trip, what you do in Vegas stays in Vegas. I don't care. You can do what you do. Just don't bring nothing home to me. Be responsible.
KID, STD, don't bring it.
No BABY. You know what I'm saying? What? Fantasia song. B.
Listen. BYM.
Get back on track. Get back on track.
This goes out to... Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry. Okay, so then you have swinging. Swinging
the
is
hell?
basically group sex, couple swapping. Now they can
The
have
spot,
friendships.
Kansas City.
The spot you have. So I finally did go to my first lifestyle event.
Where?
It's called the Clubhouse. It was interesting.
We need an invite.
But anyway, so you have that. So they have friendships. So it's not with swingers. It's based on sex, but it's not just sex. They do build a friendship type of deal. Now, then you have poly. You have polygamy, which is a person with more than one spouse. They're married, married to more than one spouse.
Which is actually illegal in Missouri, so you can't
absolutely.
be a polygamist.
But if you
in
move to
Missouri.
Utah
Salt Lake
and
City.
become a Mormon, they got you. And I think Massachusetts.
Do I gotta cover my hair up if I'm a Mormon?
No.
I got to wear them things?
No.
Okay.
More, yeah, that's Islam.
Something else.
Yeah.
The women be covered up.
No.
They don't? Okay.
I don't know.
We not moving to Utah,
I'm
y'all.
right. I'm a little darker complected than
don't
most
treat you
more.
different.
When I
You
was
don't
in
pass the
Utah-
brown paper
Yeah,
bag
yeah.
test.
When I
I-
was in Utah, they wasn't covered up.
They weren't covered
Yeah.
up.
So
I'm still not moving, y'all.
So then you have two other ones that kind of fall up under polygamy. You have polygyny, which is a man with multiple wives. They're called sister wives. They do not have any sexual interaction. It is man-centric. They're there to help the man. Then you have polyandry for my sisters that want to know if they can have more than one man. You know what I'm saying? Also, polyamory subscribes to that too. It's polyandry. It is a woman with multiple husbands. They're called brother husbands. They're just like sister wives. They
I didn't
do
know
not sleep together. It's woman centric and they worship the goddess. Then you have the best one.
This is
in
hers.
the clan.
This is
you
hers,
know,
y'all.
polyamory. It fits every and anyone. Everyone can subscribe. You have your heterosexuals, your alphabet crew.
homosexuals.
You have your non-genders. You have your non-binaries. You have dragons and Pegasus and unicorns. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you subscribe to, you can slide up under polyamory. So basically, it's means many loves. So we're not married doesn't mean that we don't build. You have generational wealth. It just depends on what you subscribe to. So those are the 7 different perspectives under the non-monogamous umbrella. Now, you have different relationship styles. Okay?
Listen, this shit gonna blow your mind. Because this
Okay.
is not as simple as y'all seem to think
No.
that it is. It's
It's
very...
So you have what is called hierarchy. Hierarchy, you have a primary partner, then you have a secondary partner. That means your primary partner is usually someone you're married to or someone you live with, you have children with. They're the main focus. Now you have the secondary. You don't live with them or anything, but it's still a relationship. But everything is centered towards your primary partner. There's something called the veto. If your primary partner don't like anything, they can veto and you have to 86 that relationship. A lot of people do not like hierarchy because of the veto. Which means like if I don't like her or I don't like him or I don't
Bye,
like
bitch.
them,
Bye,
bye.
Felicia.
Exactly. It's that
Bye,
quick.
Felicia.
Keep on. You want me to break it
Shit.
down? I mean,
Hold
it's
on,
a lot.
let me
gonna do an
interrupt
intermission?
real quick. No,
Okay,
let me
ask
tell
a
y'all.
question, yeah.
Because a lot of people, first of all, I'm being very transparent, guys. I am bisexual. A lot of people don't know that. It's not your business. That's why you didn't know it. So with me coming out as us being a poly couple, then most of the assumptions are, oh, so he gets to do whatever he want to do
Absolutely.
with whoever he want to do it with. What a lot of people don't understand is that I benefit equally, if not more, and it's been really more, honestly, because I have a sisterhood that I'm building with someone. I can date someone. I can have a relationship, physical and emotional, mental, with a woman. But people don't know that because they didn't know that I was bisexual. Hell, I honestly, y'all didn't even know I was bisexual until recently. But I benefit as well. So if you want to talk about everybody living in one roof, then you have 3 people living in one roof, multiple incomes, because this is the dynamic that we want to achieve, is a closed triad. 3 people living in one roof, multiple incomes, multiple people, multiple babysitters, multiple cooks, multiple handyman, multiple everything, because everybody is building for one household.
Absolutely.
If I see something that your child needs, that's my child, so I'm going to look out for them just the same. So a lot of people don't understand that in this dynamic, which is not sister wives, because we're not married and because it's actually illegal in the city and state we live in, but it's multiple love. So I get love from a woman the same way that he would get love from a woman. It's not about, oh, you can't talk to her unless I'm around. You can't see her if not. he has to have a solid relationship with the woman just like I do, because then we all come together and we have a solid
Absolutely.
relationship together, which is, again, another major misconception.
A lot of you guys didn't know that a triad is actually 4 relationships.
Listen, Linda.
It is
Listen, Linda.
you
Is it
and
only
your main
4?
partner. It's 4. You
That's
and your
one.
partner and the other significant other, the other significant other, and you, and then all 3 of you. That's 4.
Touche.
Bam, 4.
That's a lot.
That's 4 relationships you're cultivating.
You have to maintain, because I can't vibe with a person and me and her are okay, but they're not vibing. It's not going to work with the 4 of us. So we have to vibe together. We have to vibe separate and we have to vibe alone. So
Yep.
I seen somebody ask a question in one of the groups. My what if the girl said that her and her husband had a girlfriend. Something happened between one of them. Should they still be able to mess with each other?
You can. You have had partners that did that. So I was in a situation, a triad, in which they broke up. And they both wanted to date me separately. It was a little too messy for me. But there is an option that you have to be one strong person, because they're going through an emotional thing with each other, because it used to be all of you guys, and then you're
separate.
dating separately. You can be both their girlfriend, their boyfriend, their other person, and they not be together. You do have that. You can do that,
But
but
that's a
you have to
possibility.
have that open communication. You have to have strong boundaries and say, hey, you cannot be talking about this person, because this person I'm still in love with, and I'm not going to let them talk to you bad either. So,
Right.
And that's another thing people don't understand. Like, first of all, this is love. You know what I'm saying? We not in this because this is what we choose to do. We not in this for some likes or for fun, or for
just to get a
swinging,
nut.
just to get a nut. It's not about just
That's what most
fucking
people
somebody
think right
else.
there.
A lot of people
That's
do
because
think
they
it's
do
about
that
fucking.
because they don't understand. They have this.
They don't know.
They have this
The ignorance.
ideology that monogamy is the only way. Well,
Because that's how we were raised. So to be
yeah.
honest,
Especially in
every
the black
single one of
family.
us, listen, that was the only option. But
Yeah.
Daddy and Grandpa had these kids that
Exactly.
didn't nobody know
Miss
about.
Bertha,
Social
around the
media
corner.
didn't exist, so it wasn't open.
But they
but
knew,
it happened.
right?
Exactly.
You knew when you showed up at the funeral.
Listen,
Where
because
them
he
kids
looked just
come
like
from?
my daddy, looked
Right.
like just like my grandpa. So it was real.
Yeah.
But people don't understand that it's bigger than that.
Yeah.
It's more about making these, establishing these relationships that
It's a
can be
village.
long term. It is a village. And when they say it takes a village, imagine you having a village in your home of 2 women and 1 man and multiple children and everybody looking out for each other. Because if y'all want to go back to Wakanda, if y'all want to go back to the homeland, that's how it went. But it's been taken out of context, and our reality, everyone just doesn't know because of their ignorance.
Right. They
And
don't
so they choose
understand.
to speak on their ignorance
Right.
instead of actually asking questions to attempt. We got people
That's
that are
because
around
they
us that
wanna
don't
do
want to
it.
know.
They want to do it. They just scared to do it, so they envious that.
So they judge. So there's judgment that comes in.
because they wish they could do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
most
but
people
you
like
can. You ain't got to.
Everybody
wish. You
can do it.
You
Anybody can do it.
Yeah.
Like,
Just stop lying to yourself and stop lying to
Exactly.
your partners, and it's something that everybody
if you
can be a part
feel
of.
that you can't handle, like Shaun said that she has compersion when Abe, you know what I'm saying, connects with another woman. You have dynamics where you don't have to know anything, and having compersion, you don't have to subscribe to it. Everybody don't have compersion. You have something that is don't ask, don't tell. I know what you're doing. I don't need to know. I'm okay with it. I'm consenting.
I
You
don't
do
want
what you do.
details.
I don't need details. You know what I'm saying? And then you have people who are egalitarian. They want everything equal across the board. You have people who are like me, relationship anarchy. No one is higher than the other. No one is equal. Everyone is equitable. I give you what you need to be great, and theirs might be different from what I give you, but it's going to make them great. So, it's just different. You have parallel where you don't have to have this kitchen table style. Kitchen table is you sit down and you can eat bread with your metas. That means your partner's partner. You know what I'm saying? So it's whatever you want to subscribe to. You just have to be honest with whoever you're bringing into the madness.
And so everybody is aware.
Exactly.
Shanita, can you talk a little bit about monopoly,
Oh,
monopoly,
yes.
because that's a
Monopoly.
thing too.
Yes, you have monopoly. I had a monopoly situation. It's not the easiest because although you have some people that feel that why they can't be enough. So you can have a person that is poly be in a relationship with someone who is monogamous. The monogamous person is consenting that the poly person is going to meet other people, and they might have kitchen table, they may have don't ask, don't tell, they might have parallel, depending on what they subscribe to. But you have this effective open communication, and they can be a thing. You can have one monogamous person, you can have one polyamorous person, make it work and be together for years. So yeah.
So I've talked to some females about this before, and their big thing is always, I don't want to be second. So I think that a lot of people feel like you're gonna treat. So they're always gonna feel like I'm gonna treat Shaun better than them because me and Shaun already is in a committed relationship.
It can happen.
It definitely can happen.
Couples privilege.
But that's why I always make sure they are solid with each other first. Like it's gonna come natural with me and whoever it is. Them two might not. I always make them talk. Well, I'm saying it like we did this a lot. We ain't did it a lot.
We just started, y'all. January, December 2020 was the first time we even explored this. So we've been together almost 4
So
years.
pretty much they question
officially.
is,
Right.
can they be equal? I say
Absolutely.
yes.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
So there is nothing wrong with, I mean, when you're with someone for so many years, you're going to have that bond. That's inevitable.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But your thing is you make the other person that is coming in
Comfortable.
comfortable. You make sure you effectively communicate. You try to hold down the we's, you know what I'm saying, and try to separate you two as an individual. That's why I try to tell people, because it's daunting when I'm trying to date you. I want to date you and you. You know what I'm saying? And then we can be a we. You know what I'm saying? So, it can happen. A lot of couples have done that. Have pushed people over, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you and such and such ain't getting along, or I'm not liking you and you're bonding too much with my girlfriend and stuff like that. But the thing is, everybody's bond is different.
Exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that, y'all gonna love each other less or stuff like that. Just be open and communicate, you know what I'm saying? And make the potential partner who's coming in, make them feel comfortable that they can come to you if they have concerns. You know what I'm saying? Reassurance goes a long way.
And that's another thing that people don't understand too, because it's like it becomes intimidating when it is a triad dynamic and we're trying to bring someone else in. Well, I don't know. You guys are already established, and let's make this clear. Some women agree to this lifestyle, this love style, because their man wants it.
Exactly.
Some women agree to this love style because they're trying to salvage what is getting ready to fall out the door anyway.
Absolutely.
So the difference between that and what we have is we're solid from the beginning. So if we're inviting someone in, I'm telling you, Abel, he don't like onions, he don't like peppers, don't be cooking all that extra stuff. Like, I'm trying to bring you in on getting to know my man. And no, everybody can't do that, but this is not for everybody. So it's really not imperative for you to tell me that couldn't be you. I know it couldn't be you, but it's me. And anybody that I am close to and anybody that is in my family or that knows me well, they wasn't surprised when I said, hey, me and Abe got a girlfriend. Because it's me. I'm open. I preach that to my children. I preach that to my bonus children. I preach that to everybody. I'm a free spirit. I love everybody. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know I loved people the way that I've been loving people. But,
People
that's
wasn't surprised
new.
about me either.
That's new. But in our reality, if I want to go back, it's always been a part of my life. But I'm just open, no judgments. You do what you do. Listen, what me and my significant other doesn't affect your household. Y'all don't pay our bills. So what we doing in our house shouldn't affect you. But it actually does. People become really bothered by the lifestyles you choose, whether you're gay, bisexual,
Because anything
homosexual,
that's not deemed
transsexual,
normal must be eliminated.
anything outside of the norm. And when we were growing up, the only norm was a black man and a black woman being in a relationship, being
Whether good or
married,
bad.
having children, period. Anything outside of that is not normal. And
The illusion of a man and a woman, but it be
the
outside
illusion of
where-
happiness.
Exactly.
People now are good with having side chicks.
I
being
know.
a side
There-
chick.
People
You
making
can
a
be
career.
Yeah, listen, y'all.
People
if
are
y'all
making
want
a
to
career.
accept y'all side chick, y'all man side chick, just tell them it's okay. But then also you can have a side nigga. That's what y'all don't understand. Y'all want to be accepting of what he got going on the slide because he didn't tell you up front.
He ain't gonna be he ain't gonna be able to understand because he's too.
He ain't
alpha
gonna be
male.
able to understand that you gonna get another nigga, but that's on him.
Yeah, he
But
like,
in reality, like I said, y'all judge the way we do things, but you don't know that you're in a polygamous lifestyle anyway
That's a fact.
because your significant other is sleeping
you're
with whoever they want
unconsented in
to.
a poly situation.
Non-ethical.
Non-ethical
Monogamy.
poly.
Your live had went down, so I had to restart it
Okay.
and had to
Hey
reset.
everybody.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
It's all good. I don't know.
What other questions we got from the old live? We got-
The old live is gone. I can't see it. Actually, I'll go back to it. It wasn't a lot because we have Dee Dee. You know who Dee Dee is.
Yeah.
Dee Dee's answering a lot of questions. In
Oh,
there.
she answering.
Shout out to
Hey,
Dee
shout out
Dee.
to my homie Dee Dee. She is the brand marketing
So Dee Dee's doing
strategist for Grown Black and Poly.
So what y'all need to do right now is go follow Grown Black and Poly
Absolutely.
on Facebook and on Instagram. And it is an all-inclusive place where even if you are not quite poly yet, if you have questions, if you're interested in the different dynamics we've discussed, or if this is something you may want to present to your partner, it's a safe space where
Absolutely.
you can talk and you can ask
We
questions.
can
and
give you
can
tricks
gain
and trades
understanding.
and advice to how to
Exactly.
open up a conversation with your partner. We've had people come in the group and ask, I've been like this my entire life. I do love my partner, but I'm not happy because, I'm living this monogamous lifestyle and I'm not true to who I am. How do I get them to jump on the bandwagon? The first thing, you can't make anyone do anything. You can present the information and let them decide what I just tell people, just be honest. Just be honest and effectively communicate what you are looking for. Don't sugarcoat it. Give it straight. No chaser.
And that's what he did with me. He said, I don't think I can be with one woman for the rest of my life. And I'm a woman. I've been raised in this traditional lifestyle. So it's like, well, what do you mean? You don't think I'm enough? And it automatically becomes a defense. Like, I can't fulfill all your needs because as women, that's what we think our goal is in a relationship. I'm going to do everything you need me to do, physically, sexually, emotionally. And
That's
I
a
didn't
lot.
understand it. And then
It's a lot.
now
It's a lot.
I understand why he wanted someone else to add because it's the same reasons I'm wanting someone else to add. A woman's feminine energy is going to bring a lot of different things that this man cannot give me. But I've been raised that that's the only way. So I'm already assuming that he gonna give me everything I need. I'm madly in love with him. I want to be with him forever. I don't need nobody else. And then here a woman comes giving me something that's different, and I'm like, wow, I understand now. And I'm probably a little bit more into it than he is because he was just like, I want a couple bitches. And I'm like, no. But now I'm like, no, I understand why a dynamic like this can work for everyone that's involved.
Right. So what I tell people, the reason why I am polyamorous is because I don't need anyone to check all my boxes. We're too flawed to be 100% of what someone need. And then You know, society tells you there is one person out of these billions of people that you are meant to be for the
Just
rest of your
for
life
you. Your
that you may
soulmate.
or may not meet in your lifetime. So you're sitting here looking for
Twiddling your
this unicorn,
thumb.
like where you at? And then when you get with this person, they then tell you, oh, 80-20 rule. They're going to only give you 80% of what you want. And the 20% you got to live without. No, see, that's the reason why people go out and seek outside, because they're wanting that 20%. Who wants to be a little, only 85% filled, only 80% filled? You want to be 100% filled. You want every single want, need, desire filled. You know what I'm saying? From people. And that's what I get with my partners. You know, I have partners that might give me the same thing. That's fine. I have partners that give me something differently. And it's the freedom, y'all. I swear, I have never felt so free.
Because you don't have to lie.
No, I don't have to
you
lie.
don't
I
have
can be
to
honest.
hide anything.
Yeah.
You can be who you are.
Exactly.
Shanita, I think I know in a post that I had, someone inquired about how do you tell your children?
Oh,
How do you let your children know that you're living this lifestyle
told
that's
ours.
not traditional?
my children
We
know.
just told
My
ours.
6, my 7, and my 17-year-old know. They know. They also know that I am bisexual. Well, Cambry, she said, "Oh, mama, you gay."
You gay girl.
And
no
actually my 17-year-old, she told me she was polyamorous. You know what I'm saying? When I first told her a long time, a long time ago that that's what I wanted to do, I was scared because here I am. You know, I don't want them to think that I'm just subscribing to all these people and it's just on a surface type level. Like these are loving connections because we're also
deeper than that.
right, because we're also grown up talking about, oh, don't be having every Dick, Joe, Bob, Sarah, Samantha around your kids like that. So I had to deconstruct that monogamous thinking. And so I the tradition. I sat down with my kids and said, this is what it is. So they know. They was like, oh, that's probably mama's other boyfriend. They know my 3 partners by name. But the comments and stuff like, oh, who's that? Oh, that's another boyfriend. Oh, cool. Tell them I said hello. And they go on about their business.
Because the thing about it is, again, it all goes back to tradition, but
Yeah.
a lot of us are living in a lot of things that don't follow the Bible and don't follow the 10 Commandments, and it's totally out of tradition. We are very spiritual people. And my oldest son is gay openly. And so I was like, oh, I got something to share with you. Look, I'm just like you. I can tell you it's something we can vibe to. And eventually I told my younger son, who had already figured it out based on the actions that were happening, but I've already preached and taught my children love openly,
right.
regardless, with no prejudgment. And so they're not prejudging me because I've already taught them how I want them to live, even before I discovered that this was my lifestyle.
Facts. Like, yeah, my kids was pretty open anyway. They like and love any and everybody, you know what I'm saying? Their sister came out when she was 13. You know, my oldest daughter, you know, she's pansexual. I didn't even know what the hell that was.
I had to Google that shit.
Exactly. I had to have her break
Janelle
it down.
Monáe.
You know what I'm saying? I had to have her break it down because, you know, I mean, I know I'm part of the alphabet crew, you know, the B and the LGBT, but I didn't realize that other letters was like that deep, you know. And then she was like, no, you know, that just means that, you know, I can, you know, a non-binary man, woman, trans. I'm like, oh, okay, so you just love everybody.
They love.
So it's not bisexual, because I was confused too. I'm like, okay, I'm bisexual. It's a man or a woman. It doesn't matter. I love them the same. So I didn't really understand the difference between being a bisexual and a pansexual. And for me, the only way I could understand it was to know that someone who is pansexual could also maybe have love for someone who is a transsexual. Because for me, that was just what made the difference for me in my head. Because there's so many sexuals now. We started when we was growing up, it was a L, a G, and a B.
There it was.
And then the T came. And then it's the QIA now. So
Just keep adding.
they keep adding, but
That's
I got
why it says
respect
plus.
for them all.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A+.
Everyone lives a different lifestyle. And at the end of the day, if you just be concerned about what's happening in your house with your partner, then it shouldn't matter what anybody else chooses
That's
to
a
do
fact.
and how
It's
they
your
live.
business.
It's not.
It's
your
not.
business.
You know what I'm saying? That's what people's problem. They worry about your business, but they ain't worrying about what's going on under their nose. Like
Listen.
while you're sitting there talking about, oh, I can't share my man, But you are
You're
sharing,
sharing
your man.
man.
That's why you're calling me every day talking about how this nigga ain't shit. Because he cheating on with Tasha, Kima, Pam. Yes, I
Keisha, all the
did
DMX
name
songs.
total. I did name all the total members. Don't come for me. 90s baby.
I said a lot of them ain't gonna know who Total is.
Are you
so.
90s? No, what? Hell no. I'm talking about I lived in the 90s,
Okay,
baby.
I was about to say, wait a
No, I'm an
minute.
80s baby.
Yeah, we
84,
80s
baby.
honey.
I'm a beautiful, young, scrumptious 36. And if you want to slap, my DM is open. But
Oh
you better
my
be
God,
respectful.
this is not. Listen, guys.
You better be respected. Respected. You know what I'm saying? Don't send me no unsolicited dick pic unless it's oiled the fuck up. Coconut oil preferably.
Wow.
So you-
we're
so-
choosing.
so you-
we're
so-
begging and we're choosing.
I don't need no ass. He about to start a fire.
So,
Ashley
babe, you get Ashley dicks in
Ashley
your
Larry.
inbox?
Listen, y'all. So, honestly, because everybody knows my love for this man, like I make it known. Everybody knows this is my babe, this is my MCM, my MCE. You know what I'm saying? And so, honestly, now that I have come out for us, I be getting out.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't even know that y'all be on the shit y'all on, but y'all slide in my DMs. I'm like, damn.
Facts.
We be taking applications, but no. I
Someone
don't get dick
called
pics.
me jacking off. I said first.
That's deep.
So
Don't nobody call me
I
jacking
used
off,
to ask
y'all.
people. I used to ask people like, people really do that? Like,
Yes.
So I've sent my junk,
You're
but
junk.
when they ask,
Right.
I've never just
Unsolicited.
sent.
Unsolicited.
Unsolicited
Right.
and ashy. The audacity.
Nigga.
So hey,
The audacity, the gumption, the
No.
gall.
so who jacks off?
Ashy.
Who? My dick.
Everything.
Who?
You always scratching.
My dick is
You need
ashy.
coconut. That's why we use
My dick
Monteals,
is
y'all.
ashy.
We use Monteals hair gold and body butter to oil our
Shameless
systems.
plug.
Shameless plug for Monteals. I love you, Tay Tay.
Who jacks off with nothing?
They probably looking at porn already, but
Who? No, that's uncomfortable.
that's what they do. Like men, like and
Pussy is not dry. Was
it
some.
can.
That can be, huh?
Listen, wait
I had
a
some
minute.
dry coochie.
You had some dry coochie.
Dry
girl?
coochie. I
What you
didn't-
do about it?
I told her to go.
This shit didn't turn it to the turn.
X-rated. It's X.
I'm sorry.
Blue light special.
Hey, my family has
Yo,
always been
I don't
cool.
subscribe to the Arby's looking meat either. They better.
family
You
always
looking like
been
a
cool
number
with what we
3
do.
on the Arby's menu.
What would
don't,
I do?
Don't
Your
do it.
family is what?
My family always been. They expect it from me.
Do they?
They did.
Also,
All of them?
They expect the whoredom from you.
No,
Is it that
no.
cause the hold up?
When
This
they,
is different though. This ain't just he's being a hoe. This is his girl knowing. So then they
Oh,
look
that
at me
part.
like, you
well,
just
like,
letting him do
my
whatever he
aunties
want
and
to do.
stuff like that, they wasn't surprised because I've told them that. You know, and my family is really religious. You know what I'm saying? My male cousins, my uncles. You know what they say? They just be like,
That's why.
He's a PK.
That's why. There
Yeah.
was no surprise.
they just be like, this is a.
But that's exactly what they do with me because my family's not religious, but they know Shaun is Shaun. Listen,
Yeah.
if Shaun say Shaun and Abe got a girlfriend, really? What's her name?
Yeah.
Like, there's no surprise
the
because
same
we
thing.
live a certain type of life where, in our reality,
open.
we don't give a fuck what
No.
people think about
Fuck
us
no.
because we take care of our household, we raise our children, we
You don't
don't
pay
get
not
any help
one
in
bill,
that.
no need
Don't
to have
nobody
a
pay
concern.
bills. But it's easy for people to share their concerns
Yeah,
and
don't
their
ask
thoughts
No, glass-
and their
glass-
opinions
right.
because it's natural.
Right, because
Let me just tell you what I think about your situation.
Right. While you
I
worry
don't give
about
a
my
fuck.
situation, worry about them lights that you got cut cut off. Shit.
Every
Like
G is
candles
not
and
playing
shit.
with y'all right now.
At the dollar store buying all the candles. That's why my shit. I can't get no
we are
tea.
well
I can't
over
get no
hours.
tea like candles.
That's why
to
I
make my
can't have
bathroom
no
smell good.
ambiance when my partners
Right,
come over
that's all
because
I'm
y'all
saying.
don't buy the
Right.
We sorry, y'all.
We well over an hour, y'all.
Do
Oh,
they have
sorry.
some more questions, baby? Did we get through all the
No,
questions?
So Dee Dee was answering my.
Well, I don't know if everybody chimed back in, but like I just keep seeing Charlene is watching. Like it just keeps saying that
Okay,
over and
so
over
let's
on
look.
mine.
Hey, girl. Hey,
I'm gonna let y'all do
Charlene.
that. What the hell am I doing?
He don't know
Podcast.
what the
I'm about
hell
to turn
he
the
doing,
camera
y'all.
off and we just do the live thing. I got enough
Oh, we got
content,
41 comments. Jesus.
but that's a lot of Dee Dee answering questions
Okay.
as
Shout
well.
out to Dee Dee for helping
Shout out,
us
Dee Dee.
out.
Once again, Sean Janee, Shanita.
Don't follow me, y'all. I don't accept unsolicited friend requests.
If you ashy, don't do it.
Shanita is still
Hey.
looking for some more partners. We're
She's
not
looking
looking
for
for
them-
I'm
anybody.
not
so
looking.
no.
Them
I'm not
ashy
looking
dick
right
pics.
now.
I'm
Wait,
fine,
wait.
man.
Turn it sideways.
She is
You want it in your
her
mouth?
inbox is
Hold on.
open.
Oh, you know what, guys? I had a question. What's the difference between poly and a side chick? A friend of mine posted, shout out sis. She made a post the other day because I posted a picture of my story about poly, and it was a picture going around of the two little dark skinned chicks with the big booties, talking about we can build together instead of hating each other. And so she was like, "What's the difference?" Because a lot of people shared that picture. A side chick is a person that you know nothing about, and when you do learn about her, it's normally not because your significant other shared that information. It's because you just found out. When you are a side chick or when your significant other is cheating on you, generally they don't let you in on that information. They just do what they do. You might find out
Side
about
chicks been
Facebook,
around from the beginning
Twitter,
of time.
Snapchat. You might find out any type of reasons. When you are living a polyamory lifestyle, from the beginning, people understand that you're gonna have multiple loves. It may be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is. It's already established. So that main consent and that understanding initially is what makes it a big difference between just fucking somebody your girl didn't know about and fucking somebody you specifically told your girl about and she even met her.
Side chicks are secret.
Secret.
They're secrets. That, with the whole escape, you're my little secret. That's the definition of a side chick. Now, I ain't no side chick. I'm a primary partner. So everyone knows who I am. And I know who they are. I know my partners, and they know who I am. So there's no secret.
Boom.
Boom.
I'm no one's
Period,
secret.
Pooh.
I'm too loud to be a secret.
Period. Pooh.
So that song.
Yeah.
We was singing it back
I
in the day.
know. I
We
was
didn't know
singing
what was
it.
going on.
I still sing
but
it.
she was the song said it didn't say I'm your little secret, right?
No. You're my.
Okay, so she had
So
sign
she
in
was
it.
with
a
the
side
shit.
nigga. That's the same. He's a secret.
Oh wait, who was that? Candy singing?
Yeah, that was Candy.
Hey, so what was the first
Anyone
what was
see
the
you
first movie that showed
come
some-
into
a-
my house
poly
last
relationship?
night? Huh?
Where did what movie was any poly relationships in Color Purple?
Man, they was just gay.
Yeah, that was they.
It could have been though, because
I
he
mean-
was messing with Suge,
But
and
they
But
didn't
they
know
weren't
about it like that.
open,
No,
so
they
then
did.
they were.
No, they did. He always knew. She always knew that he messed with Suge Avery.
Right, she knew, but she had no choice.
So I'm saying, like, it could
That
have been.
was-
That
it
was
wasn't
slavery.
time.
Treated her
That was
good.
slavery.
She was a servant. She was sold.
Facts.
Massa?
Right.
Massa?
She was so. She
So
was so.
no. Yeah.
She was. That's crazy. These movies that be hitting gems all day. Be showing us.
It's
everything first.
movies, it's music. We don't
Everything.
listen because we're too busy enjoying, but we don't pay attention to the lyrics and the messages. It's not. This
Shaun
isn't
ain't never seen
anything
Color-
new.
SZA's
Color Purple,
song
y'all.
"Weekend"
Sean ain't never seen
is
Color Purple.
not poly.
Listen, weekend.
That is
you can have them
definitely
all during the week, and I'll
a
take
side
them on
chick
weekend.
situation.
What was that now?
You know,
SZA?
SZA's "Weekend."
Weekend.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's
Just
right.
send them back.
Well, we be singing it because it's a nice beat.
I'm
and
right,
it
because
sound
I'm gonna
good.
sing it.
So that's a side
I'm
chick
I'm
situation.
Listen, the weekend.
You're my little secret, and that's how
Listen, y'all.
we should keep it.
This is all we saying.
She don't have a CD on streaming or a single.
CD. First of all, we're aging ourselves.
Right? Why would you say CD?
So actually,
See, you showing your age.
No, actually,
I don't even
I've
know
been
what a
noticing
CD is.
Everybody is starting to put CDs back out for some reason.
Hey.
I don't know why.
Subscribe to it. Ams.
Hey,
Don't
Bill,
act like you didn't have that big ass
Hey.
book
And
you
up under the
flopping
seat,
through. Right? What you
in
gonna
the
play?
car.
You know the shit when cars start having 5 disc players and shit. You thought you was the
disc
shit.
changers.
Right,
All
the
right, we
disc
off
change-
topic, y'all. We gonna
That's what happened with old people.
Right. We start reminiscing.
We gonna wrap
Past
this
our
up.
bedtime.
I don't know if your stuff always freeze on my phone, or somebody be calling your phone, or see if it's still live. But
Hold on, y'all. Let me check.
I'm gonna cut this camera off. I said I was gonna cut off.
We
a long
about to
time
wrap
ago.
this up.
Say holla, y'all. Say peace. Say bye. Whatever.
Deuces, follow us at Grown Black and Poly on Facebook. Y'all hitting her up with the friend request. Y'all better slide in them DMs.
Y'all better not be ashy.
Y'all better lubricate coconut oil on them penises before y'all send them to Shanita. She take
So
or
she's
vaginas.
accepting
Or
the
vaginas.
pictures in the videos. What she's saying. She's saying just make sure it ain't ashy.
I mean, that's don't make sure it ain't ashy. That's all I'm asking you in my lifetime.
But y'all go follow us at Grown Black and Poly on
Hey.
Facebook, at Grown Black and Poly on
Hey.
Instagram. If you guys have any questions, if you're considering the Lovestyle, if you just want to know anything about it, y'all can hit us up individually or collectively. Yeah. And stop judging people, y'all.
Stop judging people. Judge your mama.
Judge your mama.
Yeah. I think that was fine.
We out.
Deuces.